Hello, everyone. So, here in the United States, there is a scenario regarding our national anthem where a portion of the black demographic feels that it does not represent them, and because of that, before NFL games now, we hear our common national anthem that everybody knows, the Star Spangled Banner, and we also hear what has been dubbed the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. And I'm not going to get into the politics of what that scenario is saying because it's not relevant to the channel. But what is relevant to the channel is that this is showing us that there is so much more to music than just the subjectivity of your personal tastes. This is showing us that music has untapped potential, untapped power. This is a debate over a song that is supposed to represent an entire country. And if you think about what that's saying, that's a lot of power. You have one song that in composition is meant to represent an entire population. And that idea of representation goes beyond whether or not you like it. I'm sure that the rejection of the song by certain groups in the country isn't based on whether or not they like the melody. It's not based on whether or not they like that kind of music. It's because of what power the music has and what power has been assigned to it throughout the years and the idea of what the music represents and it not aligning itself with what certain demographics feel is representing them anymore. And if you want to talk about representation, if you want to like have an analogy that will kind of make this make a little more sense for those of us that love metal, if we wanted to assign a song as like the metal national anthem, let's just pick something like Angel of Death, a song that everybody loves, everyone knows. It's got everything that metal fans love. You know, it's got the barbarity of the rhythmic guitar. It's got a complex but memorable melodic segment. It's got a huge disdain for human life. You know, all the stuff that we all love. If you were to take that concept of that song and assign it as our metal anthem that is going to represent all of us, if you were to present that to someone that it does not represent, like a pop icon, like someone like Ariana Grande, like someone like that is not going to reject the song because she doesn't like it. I mean, she probably doesn't, but the reason that it wouldn't be something that represents her is because it represents a vocabulary that is not relevant to her understanding of what music is. Like pop music is vocal forward. The actual music behind it that in the background doesn't really matter, and the message is there's no layers that you can dissect. The message of the song is right there. It's that very human, usually relationship focused type of lyric. So if she were to encounter this kind of stuff, like a Slayer song like Angel of Death, it wouldn't be something that represents her, and it would be rejected on that merit, not because she doesn't like it. That's not relevant. So we have that kind of scenario here where we're showing that music can represent an entirety of a population. There's a lot of power behind that. There's a lot of value behind that. And it's beyond the superficialities of what the music is, whether or not it's something that people enjoy. And anytime that people have come on this channel or in the comments and they're like, oh, you know, you're just wasting your time. Music is about whether or not you like it, and that's it. There's no value. You're just being overly analytical. This is pointless. It's a pointless debate. First of all, the level of ego it takes to think that my taste in something is what assigns it value is just a really crippling way to view artistic consumption. And you might come at me with the other side of the coin and say, well, what kind of ego do you think you have? Because you're the one that's determining what the value of this art has because of what you're saying. And I'm not determining anything. I'm describing what is present. I'm describing what is in the composition that is showcasing its own value. I'm leaving my own perception of the music out of it. Because if I were to bring my own perception in, none of this material would have any relevance. It would just be another review channel where you're talking about the surface traits of the music, whether or not it's fast and heavy, and whether or not it sounds like X band. None of that matters. What really does matter and what makes something timeless is the innate value of the music, and that goes beyond personal taste. So anytime someone says, oh, this is about whether or not you like it, just point them to this debate. Right now we're in a scenario where we have this foundational song that's supposed to represent the United States, and now there's a debate surrounding it because of the power of the music itself. Not the melody or any of that, not the whether or not it prescribes to a certain genre styling. It's about what the music represents, and that's showing us that there's so much more out there than our own self-centered, solipsistic perspectives. So this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to talk about that aspect because I find this to be really fascinating, and everybody is so focused on the politics of this scenario that they're ignoring what it's saying about the power of music. And I think that's an important lesson that we should take away from it. So thank you for listening.